welcome. We're going to do a live reading today, and considering that it is February, I thought that we could do a love reading. Just give me 1 second. Got a lot of cards out here. Okay. All right, so let's get started. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you for coming. I just want to make sure that everything is on the screen. Okay. Okay, dear God, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I pray that I receive the messages as you give them to me without interference. Clear, cleanse, clean me so that I can deliver the messages that you have for the audience that is watching. Thank you. Okay. These cards are so thick and stiff. Thick and stiff. Okay. Can I get a card for the collective energy right now? Is there a card you'd like to give? Okay. So that's a lot of cards. So what do you want me to do? Take the first card that I saw? Okay. Take this first card. We're going to leave these out here. I'm not sure how they'll show up. But the first card is true love. This is once in a lifetime. Feeling very twin flamey. Feeling very twin flamey. Okay. Let's put that over there. Talk to me about the energies around this. So yeah, twin flame journey is, okay, a mystery. We got stop. Okay. We also got faith. Okay. Wow, look how this is coming out. Okay. When I see that anger in that eye, reminds me of red eye, maybe a scratch on the cornea, not seeing properly. So mad that you're seeing red. Which makes sense for twin flame because that journey is not easy. It is not romance rainbows and all of that. There are moments, okay, this one is awkward, consciousness. This card would not fit. You're becoming aware of something, okay? Well, and we're getting caution and ideation. So approach with caution. Somebody, listen, this journey can make you feel, how can I say it? Sidal sua. Okay? It can make you feel that way at times. What was that? Anxiety. Yeah. A level of anxiety for sure. Okay. I'm hearing that I should just look at these cards, but we don't necessarily need to dive deep. So love makes a difference. It helps to heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. And then physical touch, a tender touch can mean so much, all right? We're not going to dig into it. These are just the cards that kind of fell out if you need it. Number 31, number 46, number 47, okay? I can't say when I look at these cards, I'm feeling that there's a requirement for clearing the air or some type of conversation. For some of you, those who decide to have the conversation, to be vulnerable, to express how you feel, to listen to the other individual, let them share what they're going through, what they're experiencing, what their hurts and disappointments were, what brings them joy or lights them up is important. This person here has a, I don't know, I would kind of call it like a tuba, if you will, like a tuba flower. but the first thing I saw, the reason why I'm saying tuba is because I saw this as music, but as you look closer, like there's a record, right? I almost feel like it's all this stuff that you might be holding in, because if you look, there's a guy in a boat there. Like there's all this emotion inside and you've got to get it out. You can't keep holding on to it. For some of you, you may reconcile, right? And again, look, spending time together talking will help you, you know, become closer. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so some of you, so these cards are here because some of you might be feeling that your connection clearly requires faith, and there's a level of mystery in it. Some of you are trying to get over any anger or past hurts. You might have been blocked. This could be a communication block, as I said earlier. They have ghosted you. You are not talking. They could be, for some of you, this is not a good relationship. For some of you, what am I getting with this caution card? For some of you, this relationship has been abusive and hurtful, and not just mentally or emotionally, but for some of you physically. I don't have like a ticker to go across the bottom of the screen, but obviously if you are in something like this, you need to get help and you need to move wisely, okay? People are a little bit more unhinged these days, so you need to be very careful in what you're doing and be conscious of your movements, okay? So we can get rid of that. We're going to go back and we're going to focus on this true love card. Okay. Oh, why are you upside down? I don't like it. When my deck is upside down. Because this way, when it does come out upside down, I'm very clear that, yes, this is meant to be upside down. Okay. So let's talk about this true love. This love is a once in a lifetime thing. Sorry. Let me clear and remove that energy there. Once in a lifetime. I don't know if I'm reading for the masculine or the feminine energy. Place yourself where you see fit, but one of these partners clearly has cut through the malaise of this relationship. They're seeing things clearly for what it is, okay? They are not... I just feel that they are not as easily deceived anymore. You know when you meet... what do you want me to do? I put these down because it's a lot of cards to hold. These fell out. These turned over. So I'm going to take this out of my hand, put it over here, and I'm only going to work with these cards, and I'm going to see what these have to say. Yeah, look at that. I just finished saying that this energy, this Queen of Wands, is able to see things clearly now for what they are. And what comes out is the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. The immediate energy that I received here is that this individual has a history of being dishonest. Typically, the Knight of Cups... I know they like to say it about the Knight of Wands, that they're kind of a player, that they're in and out. But this person, I almost feel, is emotionally dishonest with themselves, and therefore, by default, emotionally dishonest with you. They can't help it. They can't help it. All right, so we're going to work with this deck here. Oh, out came the Fool and the Lovers. Look at that. I hope everything is on screen. Oh, hi, Kylie. How are you? How are you doing? Wow, and the Wheel of Fortune? Woo. We got 3 majors. Yeah, okay. So when I first started, I was like, I'm not sure who is who, okay? If you are the person who has come to some type of realization, your conscience is up, you're now seeing this person for who they are, you are not at a crossroads, whereas they are. There's a decision that they have to make. The Fool, the Lovers, and the Wheel of Fortune. Let me just think of something here. 6, 10, 17... What is 17? Is 17 the star? Okay, Google. In tarot, is 17 the star?
According to Wikipedia, 17, the star.
Okay, Google, stop. I got my answer. Okay. Like when I see this Wheel of Fortune, you are actually able, you're in a position, you're either in a position or you have, or you've realized how you need to move, say, do, think in order to move this wheel in your favor. Okay. You've come to that realization. This person is still figuring it out. This person is still playing games, right? I just heard, maybe I shouldn't say this, playing games. Maybe I need to say this person is still growing and learning. The me in this reading is saying whatever. The spirit that I'm receiving is saying that they're growing and learning, and that I shouldn't be judgmental in my reading by saying that they're still playing games. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Forgive me. They're not playing games. They're still trying to figure their way out. They do have some type of blinder. They feel a lot of things for you, but they try and keep it at bay. They want to come in, they want to speak truth, but they keep going back and forth. And their back and forth is, what does this mean? How does this affect my life? Am I ready to be this vulnerable? What if I lose again? That's where they are. But you are, I heard, on a freedom path. You're on a freedom path. And you are looking to more than just this person for your satisfaction in the relationship. When I see this Lover's card, and there's two of them in this deck actually, he is looking at her, she is looking above, she's looking beyond, she's looking for wisdom and knowledge, and she's seeing things from a macro level where this person is still focused and concentrating on them. I am doing a private project where I am reading the Bible, and from a Christian perspective, all of what I'm doing here right now is wrong and bad and sinful, and it's actually not true. Now, if I am communing with demonic spirits and doing that kind of stuff, yeah, I would say that's not the greatest thing. But what I want to say, when you're getting messages from God, when you are asking for direction, I can't remember the passage, but it is okay. The reason I bring this up, when I see this is about them being in the Garden of Eden. And you can see that there's a snake here in this tree. This is supposed to be the tree of life. And this is supposed to be the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, okay? If you read the scripture, right? The reason I'm saying this is because this is the tree of life. Eve is looking to life, right? The feminine experience, this Queen of Swords here, she's looking to life. Whereas on this side, the Adam, this is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And his sight, his viewpoint is limited. I feel that I want to say that there's been a lot of, that's interesting. That's interesting. I just heard that there's been a lot of deception in the relationship here, which makes sense because the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords is in reverse. And they're at a crossroads, and they keep bucking up against this crossroads. But what I'm saying here is this person actually needs to learn to take accountability for there to be any type of union and moving forward. You, my friend, are perfectly willing, able, and capable to move forward on your own, using your own intuitive guidance, if you will, right? To me, the dog is a guide. It's an energy. It's a spirit. It can warn of upcoming danger, upcoming issues, problems that you might not see with your own natural eye. Okay? All right. So that's that. Oh, that's a lot of talking. Okay. All right. Queen of Wands. Where can you go? I don't know. I'm going to put you there. And then I'm going to ask, why is the Queen of Wands here? Why is the Queen of Wands here? I feel like there's a reminder of something that they want you to know. If you notice the juxtaposition between the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is laid back and prepared, whereas this Queen of Wands, I feel that she's coming forward. She's sitting up and ready to move at a notice moment. At a moment's notice. Jeez. Okay. Tell me about, yeah, see? Ready to move. Out comes the Six of Swords. Okay. Move at a notices moment. Now, normally when I see this card, what might come to mind is, you know, there's a woman and her child. Okay, for some of you, you could have had a child with this person. For some of you, you are an independent parent, right? And you are mining a child. I'm not receiving the card that way this time. I am receiving it with you taking care of you. You are taking care of yourself, and you are willing, ready, as I said earlier, before this came out, ready to move forward and to leave this troubled water on this side behind. I don't know what it is about these Six Swords. Clearly, to me, it is a protection. When I see these Two of Swords here, a decision has been made, a clear decision. There is a Disney movie, I can't remember what it's called, but I feel, is it The Rock of Gibraltar? Or no, The Sword and Stone. The Sword and Stone. This decision, I'm not going to say is fully planted, because you're in a boat, you're on water. It's not necessarily stability, but you do feel that you're moving in the right direction. I think you're still open to some level of communication from this person, provided they're willing to come correct. They cannot come with the BS. So you've left, when I see these swords, I see that there's space in between the swords. You've left space for some things to come in, right? But for other things, not so much. You have less tolerance in certain areas. Whatever those areas are, I don't know. This is not a personal reading, but you're going to know what they are. Okay. So there's another sword. Just I feel that's affirming what I'm saying. I'm hearing that I need to get a card. So there are two things. I was actually going to go for this deck with regards to the spirit of your ancestor that is around you at this time. And sorry, I keep hitting the camera. And then there's also this deck, which is my Angels Among Us. I'm going to take this deck. I'll put this one back. I feel like this is the deck I need to use for you. Okay. And I just finished doing a personal reading, and I did a personal read for myself. Listen, that reading was fire. I'm actually going to post it. I'm going to share it. After I finish this, I think it's uploading or doing whatever it's doing. But the reading was so lovely. Okay. All right, so here we go. What is the energy? What I want to say. Okay, this 6 and this 1 is a 7 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Swords is entrapment, but you're not entrapped. I feel like this 7 is a strategy that you need to have moving forward. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the angel cards, and I'm going to ask, what is the strategy or the energy that you need to embody as you embark upon this new journey towards your own personal destiny and fulfillment and the turning of the wheel? So here's my question now that I've said all that. The question is, what is the strategy that you need to employ to move your wheel forward, to turn it in your direction? Okay? Clearly, if you do the opposite as to whatever this card is, then it'll be a more difficult journey. Regardless, you are moving forward though, okay? So let's go. All right. So please let me know which card I should select for the viewer so that they can understand. The energy, okay, there it is. It's come falling out. Resurrection, magic, and fertility. So this is Isis, number 32, which is a 5, which is the Hierophant. Hierophant often, the first thing I heard was church, but often is representative of institutions, government, organized religion, okay? So maybe some of you go to church, you don't go to church, you used to go to church. There's a resurrection, there's a newness. It does say resurrection, right? I want to make sure I'm reading that right. Yeah. Resurrection, magic, and fertility. Some of you could be birthing children, literally, as to go along with that card. New ideas, business, you are moving somewhere else. There's just this whole sense of creativity surrounding you in order for you to make your transition at this time. So let's look up number 32. Okay. So it says here that the goddess Isis is considered to be one of the most important, powerful goddesses of ancient Egypt. A goddess of fertility, feminine power, Goddess Isis is also known as the goddess of the moon, life, magic, and power. She's known as a healing goddess who can heal the sick and as a protector of women and children. Very interesting. You know, for some of you, you might want to see this male-looking figure as the goddess Isis, who is either leading you and your children, or you and your inner child, you and yourself, you and your previous self, you and your innocent, perhaps naive self with your more mature, experienced, learned self on the journey. Okay, so here we go. According to the Osiris myth, Goddess Isis was so powerful she was able to resurrect her husband after Osiris was killed. Goddess Isis is also known as the goddess of queenship and is often seen with the symbol of a throne above her head. Well, that's interesting because we actually do have two queens here. We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, both on thrones, both with crowns. Was Osiris the one who had his appendage chopped off? I think so. Okay, Google. What is the story of Osiris? How did he die?
On the website youtube.com, they say, dig into the Egyptian myth of Osiris, trapped by his brother, the warrior god Set, in a coffin and tossed into the Nile to die. Long jealous of his older brother Osiris, the god who ruled all of Egypt, the warrior god Set plotted to overthrow him.
Okay, that tells me nothing. Anyway. It says here that you're to stand in your power, go for what you want, and make it happen. Sit on the throne of your own life. That is the oracle message for here, which makes sense when we started off with this initial card, which is buried. It said true love. The love is once in a lifetime. Now, you can read that and most certainly receive it as your either twin flame or your soulmate. But the love that I am hearing is primarily a love of self, right? A coming together, a union within yourself. So what else do we have to say? So I'm going to give you a few points here. So if this has to do with money, it says to spend it on things that make you feel prosperous. If it has to do with well-being for you, create healthy, loving boundaries for the people in your life and to protect yourself so that you're better to able, assist, and help others, okay? Spiritually, it talks about finding different ways to study and learn and open your path to knowledge and wisdom. If we're talking about work, it's not about titles, but the energy that you possess and how you move. And if we're talking about love relationships, it's about doing what you can to help those that you love. And you can and will change lives by how much you love others. Okay? So for some of you, you might still be on your, healing journey. I remember saying last year to my friend, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about healing. Like, enough with that. And I'm not saying, I would rather say evolve, right? Like healing sounds to me like you're walking around with this detrimental injury forever and ever and a day, and there's no way to cure it. There's no medicine. There's no antibiotic. There's no level of prayer. Like, enough with that. And I think that's me. talking. I don't believe that's necessarily a spirit message, but spirit understands what I'm saying. Like, we can oftentimes get stuck in a gear that we don't know how to move from, we don't know how to get out from. And we're, in a way, doing the same thing over and over. But for those of you watching, you've gained clarity on that. You're more learned about yourself. You know where your weaknesses are. You know how to avoid, or you're better at getting, you're better at avoiding the trap, or if you do fall into it, you get out of it much faster. You don't malaise there forever and a day. Right? It's not like the Ten of Swords. I'm thinking specifically of a card, Ten of Swords, from the Modern Witch, where she's just like, lying down on the ground and injured. I want to show it to you because I want you to understand, like, this is here, but that one says everything fine. The other one doesn't say everything fine, is fine. Right? But this laying there, you're stuck, you're pinned to the ground, you can't get up, you're Ten of Swordsing it. No. You listen, it's not even that you don't even stay here this long. You didn't even get to this point. Like, you realize, like, your intuition has picked up so much, your ability to discern, your ability to read people, know them, see how they move, more so hear what they're not saying than what they are saying. You don't find yourself getting to the Ten of Swords in relationships that much anymore. You're already reading them by the second sword. You ain't even hitting the third sword anymore. Like, you got this. You understand people. Oh, I see how you're moving. Oh, okay. You're genuine. You're not. You've got an agenda. You're not a friend who's really happy for me. Okay, you are. Right? You're now able to pinpoint people that this world of Ten of Swords is a rare occurrence for you. And if you are Ten of Swordsing, it's only because you're thinking very okay. I was about to say in-depthly, but I heard that you're getting these downloads, you're getting information. So these Ten of Swords, these downloads, this information that you're getting allows you to only have sight of it, right? You no longer have to experience severe pain like this, right? So you get the download, you get the insight, you can see what's coming down your way, and you're like, got this. And you maneuver accordingly, okay? So I only brought this out because I want to prove my point and show you the image that came to my mind. Because sometimes I'm working with a deck, but the purpose of the card coming out is to remind me of a card in another deck that will more fully express and convey the message. I hope that makes sense. Ooh, this reading is very energetic. Let me say that. Okay. I need a drink of water. Hierarchy. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's a lot of a reading. Okay, so earlier in the reading, this pile had cards that I already pulled out, and then cards that were left over after this set tumbled out. So I'm working with, because often readers say, oh, too many cards came out. Oh, too many cards. No, I don't read it that way anymore. I receive it as, these are the cards that I want you to pull from. Put the others aside and work with this energy here. This energy here is very specific. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take, I think, a couple more. We talked about magic, fertility, resurrection. There's a renewal that's taking place for you. When I look at this, there is the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. And what has taken place here is that there's been a spiritual awakening and I'm going to call it an intellectual awakening. So what is missing here? The Empress is the embodiment of the four queens. We do not have the Queen of Pentacles. We do not have the Queen of Cups out here. I'm not saying they have to show up. I'm just saying, let's look. We got the King of Wands. Oh, look, shit. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't have swore. We have the King of Pentacles, right? Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Swords, which is very, hold on. Very interesting, because I just finished saying to you that the Queen energy of Cups and Pentacles is missing. And then what we do have here is the masculine equivalent. You know what? I really have to think about this feminine, masculine thing that we keep saying. I often stutter on it because there's something missing within that whole ideology. I haven't yet sussed it out. I haven't yet figured it out, but it's coming. But I want to say this King of Wands, Queen of Wands, you are solid in your spirituality and your guidance. This King of Swords, Queen of Swords, you are solid in your ability to decipher, strategize, receive, oversee, put the puzzle pieces together. You got that. Like mentally, your game is strong. Spiritually, your game is strong. And those to me are air things, if you will, right? Your thoughts are the swords in the air. The wands are the spirit in the air. And what we're looking for is the coming together of these two things now to now meet here on earth, to now show up in the physical form. So we do have the King of Pentacles, which is nice, right? Listen, you're on your way. We got the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles doesn't necessarily mean, like it's supposed to represent relationships and material goods and career and money and that kind of stuff. And that's all well and good. When I see this though, this is you now, there's almost like a transference or a converging of the mindset and, oh, look at, oh, that's nice. Mindset and manifestation. That's nice, right? And so now it's starting to come together. It's starting. You might be starting to see, you might be noticing that you think of something and it happens. You're looking for a solution, then it's there. What is it called? It is called the, hold on, there's a word. Your reticular activator. So what that's supposed to mean is when you start thinking about something, you start seeing it. So remember thought, holding the energy, and it's starting to come in the physical form, right? So for example, when I'm talking to my kids about, I wonder what my next SUV should be. And I mentioned something, I can't stop seeing Honda CRVs with the really cool grille in the navy blue or the dark gray or light gray, wherever I go, anytime I say it. So that's what I mean. Like what we focus on expands. That's the other thing. So I want to say to you that this is a time for you to be very careful about the information that you're receiving. You need to guard your ears. So the music that you listen to, the podcasts that you listen to, hey, the readers that you listen to or watch, right? If you get a niggling in your belly or something is telling you no, don't, then don't, okay? Even if that's me, don't. You need to be careful about the words that are coming out of your mouth at this time. You need to be careful about, and again, it's same for the other person, whoever's talking to you and telling you stuff, you need to be mindful about that. You cannot take messages from everybody. The food that you're eating, look at the label, do a little bit of research. Notice, like for me, right? Sometimes, depending on what I eat the night before, my hands are a little tight the next day. Why? Inflammation, water retention, salt. Okay? You have to pick up on the signs. I also want to say, I'm hearing very clearly that if you want to accelerate your, we'll call it progress, if you want to accelerate your ability to hear what it is that you need to do, there's also a cleaning of the vessel that needs to take place. And that means your body. So if your body is full of sugar and salt and cholesterol and toxins and weed and, I don't know, crack cocaine, whatever the frig, whatever people are doing, right? If your mind is full of shitty music lyrics and horrible TV shows that have either a lot of drama or red rum or any of that stuff, not helpful to you, you are clogging and interfering with your airways. You are clogging and interfering with your ability to feel and sense what's going on around you. You are deadening your senses. You need to know that. I say this to you not as a judgment, not as a lecture. I'm saying it to you because I am doing that, going through that. And I know that for the people that watch me, for my audience, they too share in some of the gifts that I have, or theirs will be emerging, or if they have them, you can develop it faster by removing things from your life that are not helpful to you. Some things just aren't helpful. I don't care how they're pumped out or promoted. They're just not helpful. A lot of these things are meant to deaden your intuitive spirit. That's what I want to say. All of that to just say that one sentence. I just have to give you some examples of the examples that were being given to me. As I said to you, this Nine of Swords, right? Because I talked to you about, where was it? The swords, because I said if ever the Nine of Swords come, like the Ten of Swords comes down, it's because it is knowledge, it is downloads, it helps you actually avoid reaching the 10. Okay, so this to me is just a reiteration of what I said previously. All right. Whew, Lord. Okay. That was a lot. I don't think I'm done, but I think I need to tidy. So we're going to tidy here. I've asked God to help me learn to read faster, because sometimes my readings can be hours. And I don't know that, people necessarily have, oh, why is this upside down? The, energy, tenacity, the staying power for all of that. But nonetheless. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to share? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else. Not feeling anything else from these cards. What can I give you, though? Is there something that I can give the viewer? Is there something I can give them? What can I give them? I'm looking at this love. Okay, there's nothing here. There's nothing in this deck. This deck is done. Okay, I'm going to give you a Rumi card to close this reading. 1 second. Grab this. Okay, Google, when is the next full moon?
February 12th, 2025. On the website space.
Okay, Google, stop. Okay, Google, stop. Okay, Google, stop. Okay, Google, when is the next new moon?
Sorry, I don't understand.
You can tell me when the full moon is, but you don't know when the next new moon is. Let's try this one more time. Okay, Google, tell me when the next new moon is.
Sorry.
Wow.
I don't understand.
That's crazy. I don't know why I have this thing. It's so annoying. It never ever answers a question properly. Okay. You know what would be good? I was going to give you a Rumi Oracle, but let me tell you, this deck here, this Earth Warriors Oracle, is freaking fire. So we're going to be doing this one. We're going to do that one. This deck is the word. Okay. All right. All right, so let's get everything right here. Now, dear God, you've been with me through this whole reading, and I am asking you to give me a card that will provide insight, understanding, based on all the cards that came out previously. It can include action steps for the viewer. It can include insight, understanding, revelation. Whatever it is that you feel would be most appropriate to close off this reading, I ask for that card now. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll take that one. What is it? It says Kunter Yakhak, blessings from the son of Hanan Pacha. Well, we're going to read that because I have no idea what that is. 17 is the start, 18 is the moon, 19 is the sun. All right, so let's go here. Number 18. Oh. All right. Hope you can see that. Okay. So it says here, condor. Okay, because I guess these are wings. Condor swiftly bring the will of spirit to earth. Jeez, we just finished talking about that. Through the gift of powerful medicine, despite great odds, even in the face of what may appear to be an inevitable defeat, extraordinary triumph is at hand. This is the prophecy of resurrection. Get out of here. Get out. Get out of here. Holy crap. No way. I asked earlier in this reading, okay? I asked earlier in this reading for a card that would speak to the overall energy that you need to embody in order to push through. This card says resurrection, and in here, it's talking about resurrection. I'm sorry. I get super hype over these things. Let me calm down. I'm calm down. Okay. Oh, geez. This is the prophecy of resurrection, of the rising of what was thought to be lost. It shall happen with unexpected and surprising swiftness. Your divine destiny is now held in the guiding hand of a great spiritual master. Condors are born with their eyes open, but do not have vocal cords to speak. You have always seen very clearly. I don't know. Listen, if you're hearing the reading because it's live and you're hopping in, you need to go back. If you've been here all the way, you understand what's happening here. Okay? You've always seen clearly, because don't forget, we had the Queen of Swords up there. Okay? That was your ability to see clearly. Whereas your counterpart or the other individual was the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse with a Two of Swords upright, with their inability juxtaposed against your ability to see. Plus, your King of Swords came out, signifying, completing, affirming, signaling to you that you are one. You are joined in your masculine and feminine energy with regards to the way in which you see clearly and with clarity. And that because of that union, you don't get to the Ten of Swords unless it's to receive downloads. But that level of mental pain and anguish, you don't receive it anymore because you are now able to see people. You see them. You see motive. You see intention. You don't even get to the blasted Three of Swords anymore. You don't got to go through all that no more. Okay? Okay, let me calm down. I'm calm. Okay, calm down. All right. Let me do my soft, unexcited voice here. You have always seen clearly. Trust in this, even if you struggle to find the words to express all you see. Condors reveal emotion through changes in their skin color. This is a reminder to trust what your body is telling you. Listen, we just finished talking about protecting and trusting your body. And look, your bodily intuition is a form of wisdom. You have a spiritual connection to the cosmic Christ consciousness. We already talked about the five of whatever, number 5 as the Hierophant, right? Woo! Okay. The universal sacred heart seeking to awaken itself in humanity. Your divine life purpose involves assuming the role of leader, guide, healer. I just finished having a rant about the healing thing. An earth warrior for love on this planet. In your unique way, unavoidable spiritual protection surrounds you. We also saw the 6 of Swords coupled with the Page of Swords, giving us the 7 of Swords, meaning there's a level of protection. There were certain things you were allowing to come through and not come through. It was an issue around boundaries and also deciding what information or explanations you would or would not receive except from your counterpart. Okay? All right. Where am I? It says Kuntor or condor is the ancient bird of the Andes, once flying alongside saber-toothed tigers. This is the largest flying bird in the world, and it is the oldest species on Earth, soaring to great heights. Again, I bring you back to the Queen and the King of Swords that were up here, okay? King came out later, Queen was up there. Soaring to great heights and for hours at a time with little or no wing movement. Condor holds the medicine of strength, spiritual connection, and grace. Also remember, the King and Queen of Wands came out, the spiritual component. Because remember I said, hey, what's missing here? What's missing is the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, and that air energy was on its way down to Earth, okay? If you missed it, rewind. Okay. With a lifespan similar to that of humans and the ability to soar at exceptional speed, Condor also carries gifts of longevity and swiftness. Condors have been on the brink of extinction many times, i.e. the resurrection. You yourself have been on the brink of extinction many times, whether it's financial difficulty, mental stress or mental challenges, emotional discomfort. You understand? You've been there. You've lived through it. You might even be going through it. But as I said earlier, when you go through these things and experience them, you're able to bounce back faster because you fine tune a skill here. You've developed, okay? It says condors have been on the brink of extinction many times, yet they survive even in the wild. At the top of the food chain, but rarely a hunter that takes life. Condors feed on carrion. Its medicine brings cleansing and protection as it can process toxins harmful to other creatures. Do you understand that? It might not sound like a talent or a gift, but you are able to take some of the negative situations that have happened to you. Some of you have been through absolutely horrid things. And I know for some of you, you would think that it has broken you. And for some it has, but it was meant for good. And you know, as I'm saying this to you, I am even kind of cringing on the inside because there are many, many horrible things that happen. Sometimes I don't know why this is coming to me. Sometimes we are sacrifices for other people. And I don't mean it as, you know, putting people on the altar, that kind of thing. But sometimes the lives of other people are meant to show us what we need to know so that we can move forward in a certain way. That's what I mean by sacrifice. Like, we don't always have to experience the difficulty. Sometimes we're able to watch and see what other people go through and, that's good enough. I got it. Don't want to do that. Let me carry that lesson with me. You don't always have to live the lesson. You understand it? But you can take the energy and the wisdom of the lesson from someone else and apply it to yourself. Okay, let me get back to this book. Where am I? Okay, I have a question. What is carry-on? Like, is that carcass? Okay, Google, what is carry-on? Oh, it's going to give me luggage or something dumb.
Wikipedia, the term hand luggage or cabin
No,
baggage
stop.
refers
Okay,
to the
Google,
type of
stop.
luggage.
No. Okay, Google, what is the meaning of carrion?
Here's the definition of carrion: the decaying flesh of dead animals.
Yeah. Woo! 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 Huh. Okay. All right. So its medicine brings cleansing and protection as it can process toxins harmful to other creatures. So some of you have been in very, very destructive, very hurtful, very damaging situations. But let me tell you, unequivocally, let me tell you that you have the ability to transmute that for your benefit. Not everybody can do it. Do you know anybody who's been in a horrible situation? Let me put this book down. I don't care if it has been a relationship, work, health, family issues, love relationships, financial, that they get into these quagmires, and for the love of God, no matter how much talking and prayer and help and guidance and giving and being there, they can't get out of it. They're stuck. You are not that. I just want you to know that. Even if you think you are, you're getting this message because, listen, my channel is small. Okay. My channel, and I don't mean this as any, I don't know, negative talk against myself. My channel is small. No, I am not known, but I know my message are powerful. But my messages are not for everybody. They're just not. They're meant for the few. Right? So sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish my channel would grow. Oh, I would. Maybe I'm just not supposed to. Maybe the people that find me are the only ones who are supposed to hear the message. Like that has literally just hit me just now here on these airwaves. Maybe I'm not supposed to be like I don't know, a Baba Jolie, or I don't know, like Tyler, the whatever. Like maybe I'm just not supposed to, and that is okay. Like I think also part of this is also understanding that you are where you are, learning what you're supposed to learn because this is your path. It's your path. It's my path, and other people can't walk it. They just can't. All right. I need a drink of water. I do. Okay, let's get back to this card here. So it is saying here that the primary predator of the condor is also the guardian that enabled it to claw back from near extinction and into the wilderness. Now, hold on a second. The primary predator of the condor is also the guardian that I am receiving this as, like, who would the primary predator of a condor be? Who? Like, who was trying to take down this oldest, one of the strongest, most capable bird species on Earth? I could only think, well, there's two ways to think about it. Other humans hunting it, or the very God that created the condor in the first place. Let us go on. It says through collective wisdom and cooperation between various disciplines and industries, humans have been able to restore with wisdom what was nearly destroyed in ignorance. Condor is an affirmation of the power we have to undo damage and create extraordinary healing. But we have to listen, actively respond, and work together in conscious collaboration. What is standing out to me here is I just finished, blah, 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 all over healing and people getting stuck in healing and healing, and how I was tired of it, right? I also talked about the importance of guarding your ears, meaning the music that you hear, the people that you talk to, the podcasts that you listen to, your eyes, the things that you watch, the readers that you watch, including me, right? The things that you intake, because you are interrupting your vessel. If you're putting things in or taking things in, they will interrupt the signal. Okay? And you don't want that. You want to be able to hear clearly. It says here that it's the medicine of the shaman or yakhak, the healer or the one who knows. In the shamanic worldview, the upper realm that is the home to the gods as well as the stars and the planets and the constellations. And you notice, and what I love about this is that you notice that I said, okay, 18 is moon, 17 is star, 18 is moon, 19 is sun. And so here it's repeating that. You may intuitively recognize a universal love shining through the celestial realms. This is a love that stirs our hearts and gives meaning to our lives. It is the same love that provides intelligence for the sun to shine and for the condor to survive. It is a love that emanates through the pure hearts of the enlightened spiritual being like Buddha and Christ or Yeshua. This oracle is a message of universal divine love from the heart of the living spirit. It's an offer of absolute protection that is strong enough to sustain your purity, integrity, and effectiveness as you navigate the challenges inherent in the earthly world of Puma, known as K Pacha. I don't know what any of those names or things mean, okay? It is much needed protection over the unconscious world of the snake. Interesting, because this is supposed to be the year of the snake. I want to add and just say this is a year of you shedding things. This is a year of your growth. This is a year of your expansion. This is a year of you leaving things that are ill-fitting, twisted, dry, uncomfortable. No more of that. It is over. This is a year of you, iron sharpening iron, like a snake rubs itself all against the road, not the road, but whatever, the road, rocks, anything rough to peel off the old skin to become new again. And that is why we have a card of resurrection here and a card of resurrection here. This is wild. This is wild. Now, where was I? I'm lost. Okay. So it says this safeguard ensures that your passionate purpose is not distorted or derailed by unconscious forces. As you accept this blessing, you shall know only protection, empowerment, and grace. And for me, that should be your mantra: protection, empowerment, grace. Protection, empowerment, grace. Protection, empowerment, grace. Write it down. Write that down. As you manifest spirit medicine of Condor, helping to bring hope, consciousness, collective collaboration, dynamic sacred activism, and miraculous restoration to the earth through her evolving human family. This is a lot. I don't want to keep reading. What can we say? How can we just round this out? I think that's enough. I think you've gotten enough. I think I've delivered quite a bit here. This is something else. Because this true love, yes, we can liken it to a relationship, a human being. But this is also true love of your interconnectivity and your intertwining with God herself, God himself. And it is in that love that you are able to resurrect. It is in that love where the magic lives. It is in that love where you find your fertility and you're able to birth new things. And it is in this once in a lifetime love that gives you these radiant, abundant, robust, energetic blessings that are about to anoint you in your life. Oh my God. Wow. I'm exhausted. Can I tell you I'm exhausted from this reading? That's it. That is it. This was something else. Because, oftentimes we're looking outside of ourselves. And by that, I mean at another person to bring us this level of fulfillment, this union, this oneness, this unconditional love, all of that. And I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that because we were meant to commune. We were meant to be in community. We were meant to love, right? But this reading is saying to me that there is a higher love, a love that would even be more fulfilling than this earthly, body to body, skin to skin love. I wish that for each of you. I do. I wish you magic. I wish you resurrection. And I wish you fertility. And I wish you many, many blessings from above.